The station clock ticked past midnight, empty except for Mark, pacing nervously. His train was gone. Last one, he sighed, shoulders slumping. Suddenly, a distant rumble echoed through the station. A train? This late? Two piercing lights cut through the darkness, growing larger. The train screeched to a halt, its arrival out of place, unsettling. Mark hesitated, then boarded, drawn by the warmth of the lit carriage. It was eerily empty. The only sound, the rhythmic clickety-clack of the train on the tracks. He sat by the window, the reflection staring back at him, a stranger in the pale light. An old woman sat across the aisle, her face hidden in the shadows of a large hat. Her skeletal hands clutched a worn leather bag. Her presence unnerved Mark. A young couple boarded at the next stop, their laughter echoing unnaturally loud in the silence. They didn't seem to notice the old woman or the strange emptiness of the train. Mark tried to focus on the passing scenery, but the darkness outside pressed against the windows, reflecting his fear back at him. He felt a chill, a cold breath on his neck, making him shiver. He turned, but there was no one behind him. The old woman was watching him, her eyes like two black marbles, boring into his. He quickly looked away, heart pounding. Minutes stretched into an eternity. The train rattled on, each clatter of the wheels like a hammer blow to Mark's nerves. He glanced at the couple, but they were gone, vanished. Had they ever been there? Panic swelled in his chest. He was alone on the train with the old woman. He wanted to get off, to escape, but the train showed no signs of stopping. It just kept hurtling through the darkness. He looked back at the old woman. She was closer now, her skeletal hand reaching out towards him. Her voice, a raspy whisper, sent chills down his spine. "The last train," she croaked, "never stops." Mark stumbled back, fear paralyzing him. The old woman's laughter echoed through the empty carriage as she slowly faded away, like a wisp of smoke. The train lurched violently, throwing Mark to the floor. He scrambled to his feet, his heart pounding against his ribs. The scenery outside was a blur, unrecognizable. Where was he? Where was this train taking him? He was trapped. The train, his prison, his breath caught in his throat, each gasp a struggle. He pressed his face against the cold glass of the window, his reflection a mask of terror. The train roared into a tunnel, plunging him into absolute darkness. The only sound, his own ragged breathing and the deafening clatter of the wheels, echoing the chilling realization that he was on a journey with no end.